Welcome back to another TNT RUN video. Today I'm going to talk about, well, the truth that I'm going to be an adult in around 5 months. Like, I will be turning 18 on May 6th, and yeah, like, I don't know what to think about it, really. Yeah, because, I don't know if I'm really mature enough to be there, but I'm going to have to be in one way or another, because, you know, we accept more legal responsibility when we turn 18, don't we? Well, it's not just that. It's not that I can't accept responsibility and don't make... Well, we all make dumb mistakes, right? It's a matter of taking responsibility for them and repenting and apologizing for them. But what I'm talking about is I just don't think I'm ready for it. You know? Like, some people get excited for it, and maybe I am. Maybe I will be. Once we get closer. Maybe even by the time you see this video. But that's going to be quite a while, really. Like, yeah. I don't know what to think about it at this point. Other than just kind of a little bit of a gut feeling. It's like, I don't know what to think. Frightening, real scary stuff. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but yeah, like, I might even buy a car. If I buy a car, I'll have to go see my cousins. Should record at my cousin's house. Why? I have no idea. Well, I'll just record videos in their house and then upload them to YouTube and monetize them. I'm just kidding. That's a horrible idea. Horrible thing to do, firstly. But yeah, I don't know what, like, the fact I'm going into university next year is just kind of a surprise too. But I mean, that I'm ready for. Like, an academic step up, I'm ready for. No, but really, Brandon's online Xenos? Because I honestly, I've been killing high school for so long. I need something harder. For some reason I was going to say harder, then I was going to say hotter, and then I lost the word harder. It's so weird when your brain's like that, you know. But hey, it's just a Sunday afternoon, you know. Came home from church. I usually don't do too much on Sunday afternoons. So what is there to do on a Sunday afternoon? Wow, I just made it. See you in the next game. You know, like, there's some things that have changed a lot as I've gotten closer to 18. Like, I'm not as interested in playing video games anymore, for one thing, but it's also that combined with I don't have as much time to do that either. Because I also have a job now. I'm taking music lessons now, and I have a couple other priorities, you know, both in my house and both personal priorities, other than school, so I'm having to balance a buttload, right? Like, full-time school, part-time job is already enough. And there's a few other things, right? So I know what being an adult is going to feel like. That's for sure, because it's a lot harder than like, the only reason why, like, I probably could play a bit more, and I could probably stream a bit more if I wasn't so bad with stalling and doing things like that. But another thing is, though, like, if I were to play more, I would also stall more in games, and then I would play too much games. So, you know, it's hard to figure out where exactly I should sit with this, you know, but I don't know. It's difficult to handle, really. But, you know, that's just life. Like, it's hard to balance things. And, you know, you'll learn how to do it better as you get older, too. Like, I have a friend, my best friend, actually, she has to cook most of the meals in her house, and she has to do a lot of the things around her house because her mom is working full-time, and her dad's working full-time. They're both working in the house, but they're busy. They're unable to do most of the other things, so she has to step up as a result, and, you know, good for her. I'm really happy she's done that, and I'm really proud of her. And that right there is an example of adulting, pretty much. Like, she's going to be ready to live on her own. More than me in some ways. right? But I don't really want to ever live on my own. I just kind of want to move out and get married, right? But that might not be the case. I mean, if I can go to university here, that's already an amazing step. But yeah, it's kind of complicated, you know. I am looking forward to university. I am looking forward to the next phase of my life. It's just parts of it scare me, right? It took all 5. Like, I guess I just don't have good reflexes when I do that. So yeah, like if any of you are over 18, please leave a comment and let me know what that transition was like for you. Because I'd like to know. Even if it hasn't been that difficult of an experience, I'd like to know too. It's just regardless. And if you're younger, tell me if there's anything that scares you about getting older, and I'll try to respond the best I can. Because I think it's nice to talk about these things with people. You know, like my best friend often is closed off about a lot of these things. And you know, it's both because she feels like she shouldn't say too much, even to me, about it. About things like that. But it's also she likes to be as independent as possible too. And that's good, right? But we do need to talk to each other about things, right? Because you can't handle everything alone. I'm not saying you have to. You're never completely dependent, because if you think you're dependent on somebody and they're gone, and you're actually alive, you're there, you're breathing, you're not actually dependent on them. You know, you can move on, right? Think about it like that. Now, falling into dependency, that would be much worse. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's difficult. Like, I hope that she will be able to tell me more things. Not because it's unfair to me when I've told her things, but because I think she needs it. Just being fair. Really. And yeah. Like, I still plan to make videos after I'm 18. Of course. Like, you know, I still plan to continue my channel. I'm hoping during the break, and we'll be approaching the end of the break now, that I'll be able to make more 10-hour music videos, because those have done quite well, and I'm proud of how they've turned out. So I think I should do more, or at least find songs for them. I can render them out whenever, because I can render them out when I'm busy, right? I just died with all my double jumps. How embarrassing is that? Okay, next game. I don't know who this is. Okay, just a random person. I might remember 24. You know what? Maybe I do know them. I don't even know. Confusion. My brain doesn't work. There are a lot of long-term things I do remember. A lot of things I do remember in my long-term memory. But for some reason, Minecraft-related things don't work the best. Like, I even can't remember crafting recipes the odd time. Like fences and fence gates, for example. Those are confusing and similar recipes, though. Like, that's probably part of that problem. You know, but I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than that as well. Almost walked into the hole. Well, just go have a nap after this. Nah, I don't nap. Like, I'll just go to bed really early. That's probably my best choice. But yeah, hopefully my best friend would want to call today, but who knows. I always have lots to do. Blocks are disappearing. Yeah, so I do want to buy a car, but I also don't think it's worth me buying a car, because I can use my parents' vehicles, and I don't really have a reason to go far or leave the city at this point. There's a few times a year where I'd like to, like where I want to visit my cousins. I'd have to drive 4 hours. Like, my parents will never go there. They'd never want to visit my cousins. So, well, they don't want to visit my aunt and uncle, so that's the problem there. So, there's that, right? So, that's a pretty compelling reason. But my cousin next year moves here to go to university, then I can just go home with her on the weekends, and that'd be fun. Right, so I tried to write a German paragraph about my cousin moving here. So it was like write a paragraph about a transition in your life or a transition in someone else you know's life. And then, like, that's a pretty simple thing to write about in English, of course. For us that have known English our whole lives, it's really easy, but in a different language it's a bit difficult, and apparently I made it sound like my cousin is my girlfriend. That's what the teacher said. And then I read it over now after learning a lot more German on Duolingo, and I don't even know what he's talking about. But hey, it's whatever. No, she didn't even move here for university anyways. Her transition in life is a lot smoother than mine's gonna be, because I'm gonna have that the same year. I mean, she's doing it online, but she didn't have to move here for it. Like, that's quite big, really. She says she's looking forward to it, if she ever does get to move here. Hopefully. She considered going to Winnipeg, but she did not. Probably figure out where I live now, but hey, it's whatever. So she's been adulting for a while. That's quite the something. Quite the something, eh? Oh, Canadian. Okay, now you know that too. But you already knew that, I think. Oh, at least, I think most of my dedicated audience would know I'm a Canadian. Obviously, the person that's a first-time viewer on this video might be a bit confused when I just said that. It's not their fault, though. Welcome, if you're new. I mean, welcome either way. But welcome back, or welcome for the first time. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna win this. Damn. Oh, sadness. Okay, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and please comment if you have any advice for me, because it's a little bit of a concern in my mind right now. But I'll probably get to talk to Jordan about it a bit as well. I mean, the unique thing about having Jordan in my life now and again, not very often, but now and again, is that he's an online friend, so he doesn't really have association to my real life in any way, which means I can pretty much tell him anything and it's not going to backfire in any way. But he does know my first and last name, so I guess he could slander me based on what he knows if he was a complete scumbag. But yeah, doesn't keep me on fire. Interesting. I think if it's in creative, it keeps you in fire. But, I mean, this isn't creative, right? Just like /fly in survival. Anyways, talk to you later.